my friends. Hello there, Carson Meredith with you in the Wave Now studios. How are we doing on this gorgeous Sunday evening? Man, oh man, doesn't it feel good outside. It's so refreshing. I love it. I'm going to get spoiled by this week because it feels like fall, but it's really not just yet. And when we warm up again, I'm not going to be a fan. But that's okay. We're going to enjoy today and tonight and the next few days while we have it. And that's really the main talking point in our discussion this evening, is this taste of fall. How long is it really here to stay? When do we start to warm things up? And what does it all mean for Labor Day weekend? Can you believe we're already at Labor Day? Good grief. 1 week away from our next holiday weekend. Let's jump into it. Let's get you outside. That's the live view from Jeffersonville. Somebody's out on the Ohio River enjoying the evening. And why wouldn't you? It's perfect out there, right? As we expected this morning, it was still a little muggy. Not terrible, but still just a tiny bit humid. But that drier, cooler air has continued to move in throughout the day. And it just feels fantastic. And it's going to feel even better overnight tonight and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Just a stunning stretch of weather ahead to close out this last week of August. Outside right now, it is 76 degrees. It's been a breezy day too, right? That wind out of the north and west has been kind of pulling in that drier, less humid air. And we've had some gusts over 20 miles per hour, still are. Last check at Ollie International, 24 miles per hour with that wind gust. You note the dew points. We don't talk about the dew points a lot during our newscast on TV, but we can talk about it here as much as we want. 52 is the dew point. This morning it was 65. In other words, it's much less humid, and it feels pretty good as you're out and about this evening. Show you where the front is now. It's still kind of nearby. It's out in eastern Kentucky. Still a pretty quiet front. Well, I take that back. There is actually a severe thunderstorm warning right there in Pennsylvania, but we don't have to worry about that. The front keeps on pushing east, and you look at the very top of the screen, way up here, way up there into the Dakotas is the center of this big ridge of high pressure that is about to dominate a good chunk of the U.S. for the next few days. And that high pressure is what's keeping us quiet and comfortable for much of the work week ahead. So a very quiet setup is going to be with us for a while. Tonight is the first cool night. 59, our forecast low here in the city. But a lot of you will be in the 54, 55, 56 range Monday morning. So is it time to dust off the lighter jackets or the windbreakers? Maybe so. Now, it'll be one of those setups this week where you might consider the light jacket in the morning, but you won't need it in the afternoon because we'll warm things up decently quickly because of the drier air that is in place and all the sunshine too. The next 3 days look like this. I mean, what else is there to say? It's fantastic. 77 tomorrow, 77 on Tuesday, 78 on Wednesday. I don't have the sticky meter graph. Let me see if I can find it though, because I want to show you guys how little humidity there really is over the next few days. Because it's not very often this time of year that you're talking about humidity levels this unbelievably low. I'll pop up that graphic here real quick. I mean, look at that, guys. The humidity is literally off the charts in the sense that it doesn't exist for the next 4 or 5 days. That's how pleasant it's going to feel as we go through this week ahead. Now, we mentioned those high temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s the next few days, but it's also those cooler mornings as well. We mentioned we're in the 50s tonight and tomorrow morning. We're in the 50s Monday night into Tuesday morning. Look at Wednesday morning, though. I still expect this to be the coolest morning with a low of 54 in town. But look at all those 40s showing up. Basically, in our more rural areas of wave country, up towards Corydon, Salem, Madison, North Vernon, Seymour, Bedford, Paoli, Salem. You guys might be in the upper 40s Wednesday morning. How about Litchfield and Hardinsburg too? 48. Campbellsville, 48. So there will be quite a few of you that live well outside of the city that will be in the upper 40s Wednesday morning. This will be the coolest morning we've seen around here in a long time. Is it a record cool morning? I don't think so, but I do think it will get close to record territory by Wednesday morning, as in record cold temperatures for this time of year. So it'll get close, but it will definitely feel very refreshing. Now, we always have to find something to complain about, unfortunately. And I guess if you want to complain about something the next few days, it's going to be the ragweed pollen. We're starting to enter that transition point where the grass pollen is lower, but still there, because we're still kind of holding on to summer, while at the same time, the ragweed pollen is starting to go up just a little bit. If you've been struggling with the allergies, the sinus issues this weekend, blame it on the ragweed. It's in the medium territory today, and unfortunately, this is the newest update of the pollen count we have for tomorrow and Tuesday. Oh man, it's got the ragweed in the high category. So if your allergies continue to worsen the next couple of days, you can blame it on the ragweed and a little bit of the grass too. It's still with us for the next few days. And obviously, as we get closer to September and into early October, that ragweed will continue to be a big, big, big problem. So, again, it's pretty quiet here over the next few days. We'll pause and see who's watching tonight. Tater Tot Gaming is here on YouTube. Hello. Daniel's here. Hello, hello. Anita, hello. Beautiful day indeed. Angela, great day to be outside, no doubt. Everybody's in a good mood tonight. I love it. Christy says, hey. Reagan's here. Yeah, the day's going fine. A little tired, but that's all right. That's all right. Anna's excited about everything we've just talked about. The 70s for highs, the 50s for lows. Well, look at that. The allergy report just updated, and it went back down to the medium territory for the ragweed Monday and Tuesday. That was weird. But, yeah, if you're having allergy issues, blame it on the ragweed, period. Let's just leave it at that. Kelly, hello, hello. Lovely tie tonight. Thank you. I've had a lot of compliments on this one. It's one of my newer ones. Yeah, it does look good. Good material, too. It's not that cheap stuff. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. But, yeah, it's been a long time since you've been on YouTube. Hope everything's going well in your world. Weather Geek's here. We're doing good. Albert's here. Blue's here. Anna says hello. Good seeing you at the fair. Love the fall. Yeah, it was good seeing you, Anna. Hope everything's doing well in your world. And yes, I love fall as well. 29 days away. 29 officially. 60 degrees is cold. Well, it's all relative, right? When you've had a summer that's been persistently warm or hot, 60 will definitely feel a little cold at first, but we'll get used to it pretty quick. Austin, any low 90s in September? Good question. Kind of a nice segue, Austin, to what we're talking about next, which is Labor Day weekend. We'll focus on World Fest, which is always a popular event on the Belvedere for Labor Day weekend. Starts on Friday. And we will warm up as we get towards the holiday weekend. But I don't see a huge warm-up. I don't see a heat wave at all. And the humidity levels will still be tolerable as we head into the holiday weekend. I've got the high temperature around 83 or 84 each day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and for Labor Day next Monday. So if you are planning on heading to World Fest any day next weekend, looks pretty good for now. You do notice there are some small rain chances, especially next Sunday and for Labor Day Monday. There's still a lot of question marks as to how next weekend's going to play out. The European model has been keeping us pretty dry. Maybe a couple showers each day, especially Friday, but that's about it. Most of the action staying southwest of us. The GFS, however, wants to bring in some of that southwest action I just said or talked about, and wants to move it into our area Sunday and into Labor Day Monday next week. So we'll wait and see. Right now I'm leaning towards a drier forecast still, so we'll keep the chance around 10 or 20%. But right now, the big story for Labor Day weekend will just be a slight warm up, but no crazy heat anytime soon, it appears. When we look at the holiday itself next Monday, you notice right now on the map that looks pretty dry. This is the European model I was talking about, kind of leaning towards that quieter, drier setup for Labor Day weekend. But again, the GFS is still on the wetter side, so we kind of have to wait and see how exactly that's going to play out. Right now, we'll lean towards a drier setup, but just to be on the safe side, we'll keep that 20% shower chance in, just in case. But as far as 90s in September, going back to Austin's question, we always have a few 90-degree days in September. Last year, we had like 12, which was a little high. I don't think we'll have that many this September. And I'm becoming more confident we're done with mid-90s, like 95 or above. But I still think we have windows of opportunity to hit like 90, 91, 92, at least a couple more times. Let's just consider ourselves very blessed that we're not dealing with a ton of 90s right now. Remember this week last year? I think it was August 29th and 30th, we hit 100 and 102, something like that. So it could be much, much worse. There's no doubt. Quick update on the tropics, and then we'll go to the 10-day. I don't want to keep y'all here all night when it's quiet. We are still watching Tropical Storm Fernan. Yes, that is French. It's my best French, probably the best you'll ever get out of me. But we are still watching Fernan. It's over the Atlantic. It's a fish storm, causing no trouble for any of us. And it'll be off the board probably by Tuesday or Wednesday. So no problems with Fernan. We're still watching this system moving towards Guadeloupe in the Caribbean. And this system's been a booger for the National Hurricane Center. A few days ago, they had it at about a 60% chance of development. When we were talking last night here on Wave Weather Now, it was at a 20% chance. This morning, it was at a 40% chance. And as you see tonight, we are back down to a 30% chance of development with this system. I will tell you, if this system does develop into a tropical depression or perhaps Tropical Storm Gabrielle, which is the next name on the list, it would likely not last too very long, and it would not be a concern for the U.S. So for the time being, as we head into the end of August and the beginning of September, fingers crossed, there are no tropical threats to the United States for the next 7 to 10 days. So if you've got Labor Day weekend plans on the coast, be it the Gulf or the East Coast, no tropical worries, it appears, which is a good thing. But we are still watching it because, as you guys know, we're getting towards that peak of the hurricane season. September 10th, I believe, is the peak. So here's the 10-day. Back here at home, this is the kind of 10-day that you see in September, really. Mid-September, you know. Quieter, dry, largely, which that'll be a problem as we go through the next couple of days. One thing I forgot to mention, Wednesday and Thursday in particular, we need to keep an eye on the dew point levels in the sense that they might get too low. The air might get too dry Wednesday and Thursday with that high pressure right on top of us at that point. If those dew point levels get too low Wednesday and Thursday, and considering that we're getting a little dry, we may have a fire danger come into play by the middle of the week. The Weather Service has really been kind of hammering that to us this weekend, that's something we need to pay attention to Wednesday and Thursday. When you get the dew points in the 30s or the low 40s, That means there's not a lot of humidity in the air, and that means the air is pretty dry. And when the ground's dry, that's a bad combo to allow wildfires to potentially get out of control. So we don't talk about that very often here in Wave Country, but that's just something we'll keep in the back of our minds for Wednesday and Thursday in particular. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet. Upper 70s for the next 4 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Highs in the 70s across the board, including in Louisville. Then we get back into the low 80s for the holiday weekend. And as we mentioned earlier, it's a wait-and-see game to see what kind of rain chances we might have for the holiday weekend. Right now, they look pretty low, just 10 or 20%. But the rest of the crew will obviously be watching that throughout the week to let you know if that changes. Back to the comments. Ann's here. Hello. Gary's here. Time to get the flannel pajamas out. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool enough for that the next few nights. One thing that we can all look forward to with this cool down is a little break in the electric bill, hopefully. Get some free AC the next couple of nights. DJ King's watching. Albert, I'm with you. Time for some Claritin. Ain't that the truth? Man. Oh, that's not good, Kelly. Kelly's boy is allergic to the ragweed. That's no fun. Yeah, it's brutal. So hang in there. And I don't think ragweed ever dies out. Well, not necessarily. You're right. It's just less of a factor during the winter, spring, and summer. It's usually more of a fall issue. Let's see. Phyllis says hello. Hello. Bring on the cooler weather, says Christy on YouTube. Austin, when did the humidity values go up again? They'll go up a little bit for the holiday weekend, but even then, it's not miserable. It's just going to be a teeny tiny bit higher by then. Let's see. The puppies are loving the nicer weather. That's awesome, Reagan. Good to hear. A lot of you saying you had to switch to the stronger allergy meds last couple of days, I bet. Anna asking about the rain, how much. Right now, our forecast is pretty dry. 10, 20% chance next weekend. And quite honestly, if the trends are to follow more the Euro's idea, which is to keep us virtually dry, then we may not see much of anything until the first week of September, if that. So it's going to be a while, guys. That's one of the issues with a nice stretch of weather like this, is you get dry quick. So I would imagine the drought monitor is going to be a little worse by Thursday when the update comes out. So, all right, guys. I think we're all good. I don't want to waste your time keeping you here too long when it's quiet, so go enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. If you're still awake tonight at 11, I hope you'll join us on Wave News. I don't think we have sports tonight, so we should be on time at 11. I know we ran a little late last night. But we'll be here tonight at 11. Brian is here tomorrow with Storm Talk. He'll be here throughout the week. The rest of the crew will be here as well while you guys get to enjoy this fall preview. Enjoy it. It's going to feel fantastic for whatever plans you might have. Thanks for tuning in as always, guys. I will see you again next weekend. Take care.